Hey, what's up, A.P.S Army? Hope you're all doing well. Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me, okay? Hi, Janice. Can you hear me? Shit. Let me know if you can hear me, okay? Yeah, I just, Janice, the reason why I had the camera off is because I'm in the bush. I'm in the bush right now smoking some weed. Smoking some weed to help me, because the weed helps me with with my pain and anxiety and shit. And I didn't want to be on here smoking weed, live on YouTube. I didn't want to disrespect the A.P.S Army like that. Um, but if you guys are okay with me smoking my weed while I'm live, just go ahead and let me know, and I'll continue. I don't smoke weed to get high. I smoke it. It's medication for me. If you were here, Janice, I'd give you some. How you doing, Janice? Are you all right? I mean, yeah, for the most part, you know what I mean. Like, I'm alive. Like, I'm above ground. I'm breathing. So yeah, just blessed for another day. Just blessed to have another day on this earth. South, how you doing, South? Hope all is well with you, bro. Tashanka, good to see you in here, bro. You know what I thought to myself? Mentally and emotionally, sure. It's not good, Janice. I know the feeling. You know what I mean? Uh, when things take a toll on you mentally and emotionally. Um, but just remember, tomorrow is a new day. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is a new day, and I know it doesn't seem like it for right now, but things will get better. Things will get better, and it'll start to improve. You know what I mean? I believe that wholeheartedly. The real game of death. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm just doing the best I can. Like I was just saying before to Janice. Um, uh, I'm I'm above ground. You know what I mean? I'm above ground and still breathing. So I'm blessed to I'm blessed, bro, to have another day. But Janice, something. I mean, you can always hit me up. You want to talk. You want to talk and shit. You can always hit me up. You can hit me up on Messenger anytime. You're always welcome to. I thought to myself, that I'm gonna jump on and do a live. Um, you know, because you know what I was thinking to myself. If Tashanka Tashanka is, in a bad way himself as far as his health goes. But if Tashanka can, like do videos, make videos and go live, you know what I mean? Well, I'm sure I can too. And I just can't let things get in the way, of what I'm doing and what I've been trying to do. So I've just got to keep on pushing forward, and I'm going to get back to making regular content. like I used to all the time. I just had to take a little break from YouTube, but I definitely will be making new content. Um, I also, after this live, I'm going to do a video for Big Lance. I'm going to do a video for Big Lance off the yard, just to let him know that I've got his back, and the A.P.S Army's got his back too, and just to let him know that he's got people that love him and support him, and you know, and we're all here for him if he needs to talk. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I just sort of go live, chop it up, the A.P.S Army. You know, uh, we can chat about anything like we always do. We can still have a laugh. It's always good to laugh. You know what I mean? They say laughter is the best medicine. So, but you know what, A.P.S Army, I've got some things in the pipework that uh, you know that I've got planned. I've got one payment to go because I've been paying off my fines. I had like over $10,000 in unpaid court fines and unpaid fines from when I've caught the train. I caught the train. I didn't buy my ticket. You know what I mean? So I got a fine for that, and it was over $10,000. But I've been paying it off $50 every 2 weeks. For quite a while now, and I got one payment to go, and then I can go for my driving license. And what I'm going to do when I get my driving license, right, my driver's license, I can, save up some money, save up a bit of money, and buy myself a little RV, so I can travel around Australia because I want to do that while I can, because I've always wanted to see my country. I've only been to a few other states here in Australia, like I've been to Canberra, which is the capital. It's the capital of Australia, Canberra is. Some people call it Canberra, but it's Canberra, which is about 2.5 hours drive from Sydney. I've been to Melbourne, down to Melbourne, and that's five about 5 hour drive from Sydney. Been to Queensland, which is about a 7 hour drive from Sydney. But I want to get to the Northern Territory. I want to get to the outback. I want to see the outback. I want to go to Perth, South Australia, City of Churches, as they call it. There he is, Tashanka. How you doing, Mark? Hope you're doing well, bro. I was just saying, how I was saying before when you were live before, about what I've got one payment to go, for my fines, and I can get my driver's license. Well, bro, I want to save up some money and, buy myself a little RV, and travel around Australia. I want to see Australia because I've only seen a few states, and I want to do that, I want to do that while I can. Um, Australia is a beautiful country, and it's been a dream of mine to be able to buy an RV and travel around Australia, and travel around Australia for probably like 6 months, you know, travel around for 6 months, and if I can, do some fruit picking work, because that's good money. You can earn really, really good money, doing fruit picking. So if I'm able to, I'll definitely be doing that, because that'll help to top the bank account up. It's what's up. Oh yeah. Mark, I'll definitely do that, bro. I've just been rushing around because when I jumped off your live, bro, because I had to get ready for this live because I promised everyone I'd do the live, so I was rushing around, I rushed out the door and fucking walked down here real fast to the bush, and I shouldn't have done that. you know, walking fast because, you know, that fucking killed me. But I promise you, bro, I'll get off here. When I get off this live, I'll fucking send you that email. And then you can send me your phone number. And then I can call you. We can talk, you know, you'll be able to contact me. Yeah, it would, eh? Janice, Mark, it would, you know, I mean, you Google, when you can jump on and Google the Outback, right? The Northern Territory, um, and in Australia, and you'll see what I mean. Like, it's beautiful, beautiful country. You know, it's sacred. It's very, very sacred land. You know, the Northern Territory. It's very, very sacred land to the Aboriginal people. You know, and there's certain parts in the Northern Territory where you're not allowed to go. Like, for example, Uluru Rock. It used to be called Ayers Rock, but it's called Uluru Rock. It's gone back to the original name of what the Aboriginal elders called it, and you're not allowed to touch it, right? You're not allowed to touch Uluru Rock because it's a sacred, it's a big, massive rock, you know, and it's very sacred to the Aboriginal people. Um, and the only people that are allowed to touch Uluru Rock are the Aboriginal elders. The Aboriginal elders, they're the only ones that can touch it. And there's other certain parts of the Northern Territory, as to where, um, again, only Aboriginal elders are allowed to go in there. But there is some parts where you can get an Aboriginal elder who's a tour guide, and he or she will take you on a tour, you know, around the sacred parts of the Northern Territory. You know, I reckon that'd be pretty cool. If you can, okay, brother, I got you, Mark. Yeah, it does sound good, eh, bro? I mean, you know something? Um, every single time that I'm in the bush, you know, I mean, um, even if I could smoke in my room, because where I live, it's in a boarding house, right? And I can't. It's only a little room. It's like a little fucking cell, like it's like being back in prison. Um, but anyway, there's no smoke in there, right? So I come to the bush to smoke, um, and I still would have done that anyway if I could, you know, because I love being in the bush. When I'm here in the bush like I am now, I feel so at peace. I feel so at peace. I feel so relaxed, so at ease. You know what I mean? My anxiety is not through the roof. It just has this calm and a feeling on me. The bush does, you know. In America, it's called the woods. They call it the woods in America, but here it's called the bush. Absolutely. Yep. Sounds bloody good. The RV that I want to buy, little RV, probably can pick one up, like a decent second-hand one, um, for maybe like 7,000. So it's just a matter of searching on the internet and trying to find the bloody RV. It's got to do a lot of finger work. Just a sec, guys. I'm just having a bite. Mark, did you end up starting up your motorbike? I've only heard it a couple of times before. It's a really nice motorbike that you've got there. I've never ridden a motorbike before, Mark, but I would like to. Yeah, we do. Hey, Mark, you're right, bro. We have to. Me and you, we got a lot in common. We have a lot of common. Yep, absolutely. We're a lot alike, me and you, bro. You fully understood. You fully understood what I meant, Mark, when I was talking about the bush, the feeling it has on me, or the woods, as it's called in America. Harvey's not in here yet. Must be busy. You know something? I love camping. You know, I love camping out in the bush. And it's bloody awesome. I want to get a tent. Get a tent. Camp out in the bush. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, bro. I would love to be over there in America. I want to get over there to America. Because I've got a lot of people over there who I consider my friend. Like my closest friends. I'd love you to teach me how to ride a motorbike, bro. That'd be dead set awesome. You know what I was going to ask you, Mark? To change the gears on the motorbike, right? Um, is it one, is it one up and four down, or is it one down? Hang on. Is it one up and four down, or is it one down and four up to change the gears? There he is. Hey, Harvey. Thanks for coming in, bro. Mark, that would be awesome, bro. Um, I would love to get a place over there. As long as I'm close to you, Harvey, Angie, that'd be cool. Hey, Kathy. How you doing, Kathy? All right? Yeah, I'm just in the bush. I'm in the bush right now having my medication. Having my medication in the bush, and it's where I come to unwind and relax because I love the bush or the woods, as America says. 6-speed transmission. It's on it. It's 1200. 740. Okay, I got you. All right. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, because I was confused about that, about the motorbike. I wasn't too sure how to change the gears, like I said, I've never ridden a motorbike myself, but I've been on the back of a motorbike. Um, but but I've never ridden a motorbike properly. I've never ridden a motorbike properly. You know what happened the last time I jumped on a fucking motorbike? Thinking I was Evil Knievel or something, because I didn't know how to change the gears. You know what I mean? Like I can drive a manual car, no problem, but um, I, when I came to a motorbike, I didn't know how to change the gears, and what happened was, um, I clicked it, right? I clicked the gear, and I think it went into first, and I heard it go click, right? And then instead of going real slowly on the throttle, I went what, and the thing took off. The bloody bike, right? It was a trail bike. It was a bloody Suzuki trail bike, and it fucking took off, and it just took off from underneath me. You know what I mean? I stacked it and went in the fucking fence. It was bad. So yeah, you definitely got to teach me, Mark, how to ride a motorbike properly. Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, I remember that video you did, Mark. Yeah, when you filmed yourself when you were driving to Harvey's house, when you were going to see Harvey. You know, from what I could see from out the windows, you know what I mean? Yeah, it looked like a good drive it did, bro. I hope I'm able to get over to America. I really, really hope that I am. Because I would love to come to America. I want to meet you guys, you know? I want to meet you guys in person because, to keep it real, you know, like the only people that I talk to from YouTube, you know, from that's a part of the A.P.S Army, the only ones that I talk to off YouTube is Harvey, Mark, and Angie and Wesley. When Wesley and you know, that's it. There she is, Audrey. How are you, Audrey? Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate you coming to check out me live. I was just talking about motorbike, you know, and me coming over to America because I want to get over there to America. Um, but it's just a matter of cost, you know. It's so expensive. I can't believe how expensive it is to fly from Australia, from Sydney, Australia, all the way over to America. You know, like I mean, it's a 16-hour flight, 16-hour flight from Sydney, Australia to America. Um, so and it's really really expensive. It's crazy. I don't know why it's got to be so expensive. Like you know, and it's just for economy, just for a seat in economy. It's not like you know, like I wouldn't care if it was an aisle seat as long as I've got a seat on the plane. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want to look out the window anyway. I don't want a window seat because I'm scared of heights. I'm scared of heights, so I don't want to look out the window. I don't want to see how high I am because I'm already shitting myself being on the plane. I've only been on a plane once. I've been on a plane once, and that was a long, long time ago. NZ Australia, an airline called NZ Australia. Um, they ended up going bankrupt, went bankrupt, and went out of business. Um, I flew from Sydney to the Gold Coast, and that took about an hour and a half. And I was I was absolutely terrified the whole time. Yeah, it's all yeah, okay, bro, yeah. Because I knew Mark, I knew I was doing something wrong, you know what I mean? Because when I just clicked the gear and I hit the throttle real hard, I knew I was doing something wrong and it just fucking took off. It just took off from underneath me. It was crazy. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Mark. Yeah, Harvey, I was hoping you would, bro. Stay on the live for a bit, you know, but Mark wanted to go because Mark had to go and eat, you know, because he was hungry. But how's he doing? I mean, for the most part, um, I'm still curious to know, Harvey, about the outcome from his parole hearing. He, well, that was a long time ago. You remember, hey, Kathy? Ann said Australia? You remember the airlines, huh? It was a long, long time ago. That was the last aeroplane that I flew on, Kathy. Was an Ansett Australia plane, and it was the second the flight that I was on. It was the second last ever flight for Ansett. So yeah, know what you mean, Harvey. You know, I mean, just to get out, just to get out of prison right now, Kev, you know, he's just got to fucking tell the parole board what they need to hear. You know, just say, he needs to say, I'm sorry for what I did. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for what I did. You know what I mean? Take responsibility. I've done my time. I'm a better man now. All that sort of stuff. And then he might have a better chance to get out. But it's his pride. You know, I know what he's like. As a man, his pride, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to try and fight it. It is very expensive to go. Yes, it is. Audrey, it is very expensive. Absolutely. No, but always, yeah, she's right there. It is very expensive to fly from Australia to America, especially to St. Louis. Fly over there, that'd be pretty expensive. My sister-in-law lives in Auckland, New Zealand, and it cost a fortune for them to come over here. Yeah, I'm not surprised either from New Zealand. New Zealand is next door to Australia. They're our next door neighbours, New Zealand. I'm glad to hear he was in good spirits, Harvey. Yeah, it is encouraging, you know, to know that there's people that give a fuck about you. We do. We do care about Kev, and we want to get him out of prison. He's been in there long enough. He's done his time. Kev's done his time and then some. He's doing no instant parole board. Fucking hell, Harvey. Poor Kev. Yeah, see, 6,000. I haven't got $6,000. I've only got a few $100s in my bank account. You know, even like when you're on the pension, like I am, you don't get a discount. You know, it's crazy as to where I can catch a train, a long distance train here in Sydney, Australia, and it'll cost me nothing. You know what I mean? I can get the train anywhere, and it will cost me nothing. That's pretty cool, eh? But you know something? I hope that I don't know. I mean, we just have to see. I mean, he's got to try and find the best flight, the best airline that has the cheapest. You know, the cheapest airfare. Because I was even thinking too, like catching the boat, like jumping on the boat and coming over to America that way on the boat. Yeah, it takes a lot longer on the boat, but wouldn't it be cheaper? Wouldn't it be cheaper to catch the boat from Sydney, Australia to America? Can someone let me know about that? Any of the A.P.S Army? Let me know if it's cheaper on the boat or is that more expensive? I'm not too sure about that sort of stuff. George. Hey, George. Shout out South Wales. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining, huh? Yeah, I just got to be careful, Harvey. I don't want YouTube to see me, you know what, on YouTube. You know what I mean? Mark, Janice, everyone here. I'm just to the side a bit. I don't want YouTube to see me having my medication, smoking the weed. Thank you, Janice. That's my mother's name. Remember I told you that, Janice? That's um, that's my mother's name. I agree. Yes, I agree. I agree, Mark. And you know something? I believe Kevin is innocent. Um, I've believed that all along, that Kevin is innocent. And I'll keep on saying that that man's innocent to the day I die. And they need to let that innocent man out of prison. Um, you know what I mean? Because it's fucked up what they're doing to him. It's not right. It's not fair. You know, the guy's been in there for years and years and years. He's still in there. It's enough. It's enough. It's time to fucking let him out. Release him from prison. Let him go home to his family. Let him go home to his family and his friends. But I don't want to say any more because I don't want to jeopardise his hearing. I did not know that. Yeah, it's my mother's name, Janice. Janice is my mother's name. Her name is Janice Georgina Thompson, but her maiden name before she got married is was Janice Georgina Pogba. I don't have 60 on either. Another 1,000 mark. Wow, brother. Yeah, that's crazy. Yes, I agree, brother. I agree. Amen to that. Absolutely. How's everyone's night been? I hope you all had a good day. Most of you, for the most part, you know. I tell you what, I ever get over there to America, there's a lot of the A.P.S Army that I want to meet. About the A.P.S Army. Tashanka and Harvey, when I get off here, I'm going to make you two a moderator on my channel. Audrey, if you would like a wrench, let me know. I would like to give you one. To say thank you for coming in, checking out my channel. Make sure I catch up on all the comments. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Mark. It's got to be cheaper, huh? On the boat, because it takes longer, a lot longer, but that's cool. I would like that, being on the boat. But yeah, it's got to be cheaper than the plane. It has to be. That's right. Yes, Audrey. I agree, 100%. God always provides. Yep, that's true. True statement. I bought a new pair of shoes. I'll show you. Let's see if you can see it. Oh, hang on. I'll have this. I'll show you. Check these out, fam. A.P.S Army, check these out. I bought some new shoes. These are Asics. Asics gel. Um, yeah. What do you reckon? Do you like them? Yeah, Asics gel. I bought them from a website called Kogan.com. They were 120, but they were on special for $74.95. And for first time Kogan customers, you get free delivery. So, and that's normally $19.95 for delivery, but because I'm first time customer, I get it free. So that's cool. I bought that. Pair of shoes. I bought a smartwatch. Um, I bought a pair of Adidas slides, men's slides, and wireless earphones. They should be coming today sometime. Matter of fact, I'm going to go and check on that right now and go home and check on that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to end the live now. It's been 40 minutes that I was on here. I've been live now for 40 minutes. I want to come and chop it up with the A.P.S Army. It's been a while since I've done a live, and because I miss going live with you guys, chopping it up, having a laugh, talking about things. Thanks, Trigger. I'm just about to end the live, bro. You can go back and rewatch it, bro. Watch the replay, brother. Trigger Happy 88. Good dude right there. And yep, most definitely. All right, APS Army. Appreciate you all dropping in. I'll do another live stream in the next few days. I'm going to drop a video this afternoon for Big Lance. You know, just let him know that I'm here for him and the APS Army's here for him. We've got his back, you know what I mean? And let him know he can do this. He's got this, you know what I mean? He's a good dude. Big Lance off the yard, he's a good dude. You know, I rock with him heavy. All right, APS Army. Much love and respect. I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Peace.